Have you ever wondered what really happens to you when you fall asleep? Not just to your body, but to your mind, your awareness, your very sense of self? Every night, without even realizing it, you may be stepping into a hidden world that exists just beyond the edge of your thoughts. While your body lies still and rests, your consciousness doesn't sleep at all. It begins to move in quiet, mysterious ways. It becomes active in places that can't be seen with the eyes or touched with the hands. And even though most people forget these nightly journeys, something very real and extraordinary may be happening inside of you. Something that can open doors to deeper understanding, healing, and even other dimensions of existence. Dreams that feel more real than life itself. Visits from loved ones who have passed on. Flying through unknown places. Or waking up with answers you didn't have the day before. These are not just strange coincidences. They are clues. Clues that your consciousness may be traveling, exploring, and learning, even while your physical body sleeps. This isn't a new idea. For thousands of years, ancient cultures and spiritual traditions have spoken about the soul leaving the body during sleep and visiting other realms. In Egypt, dreams were seen as sacred messages from the gods. In ancient Greece, philosophers believed sleep allowed the soul to rise to higher planes of truth and knowledge. And even though modern science is only beginning to explore these ideas, what we know so far is enough to suggest that sleep is far more than just rest. It is a doorway to something far greater. When you dream, especially during the deep REM phase of sleep, your brain behaves in ways that are similar to meditation or even near-death experiences. In this state, your sense of time shifts. Your normal understanding of reality fades. You may visit places you've never seen, meet people you've never met, and feel emotions more powerful than anything in your waking life. Some people float above their body, watch themselves sleep, or travel to places they later learn are real. These experiences have been reported for centuries, and they continue to happen to people today, people from all walks of life, with no connection to each other, yet they describe the same kind of journey. So why don't most people remember it? Why do these deeper experiences remain hidden for so many? One reason is that we've been taught to believe only in what we can physically see or measure. We're told that if something can't be proven by science, it doesn't exist. But the human experience is far bigger than what science can currently explain. People who've had out-of-body experiences or vivid spiritual dreams often describe them as more real than anything they've known while awake. They speak of overwhelming peace, of flying, of light, of meeting guides who speak without words and share deep truths. These are not just stories. They are personal, life-changing experiences that many carry with them forever. Your thoughts and emotions right before you fall asleep play a powerful role in where your consciousness goes at night. If you go to sleep feeling heavy, fearful, or upset, your dreams may reflect that energy. But if you fall asleep with peace in your heart, a sense of love, gratitude, or a desire to grow spiritually, your consciousness can rise into higher realms, places of healing, clarity, and wisdom. That's why setting an intention before bed can change everything. Just one small sentence spoken with honesty and emotion can make a difference. You might say, "I want to remember what I experienced tonight," or "I welcome guidance in my dreams." With practice and patience, these intentions open the mind and begin to invite deeper experiences that stay with you long after you wake. There is also a magical moment between waking and sleep called the hypnagogic state. In this soft, in-between time, your brain is deeply open and receptive. Great minds like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla used this moment to plant questions into their subconscious and often woke up with the answers. You can do this too. Before sleep, gently ask your mind for help, clarity, healing, or guidance. You might say, "Please help me find peace with this situation," or "Let me see what I need to know through my dreams." Your subconscious will hear you. It listens closely in that quiet space, and it will begin to work while you rest. Some people go further and practice spiritual dreaming. They repeat powerful affirmations before sleep like, "Tonight, I will be aware in my dreams," or "I will remember what my soul learns tonight." Over time, many begin to experience lucid dreams, moments where they know they are dreaming and can choose what happens. In these dreams, some people fly, some meet loved ones, some speak with guides or visit worlds full of light, colors, and emotions too deep for words. These dreams feel sacred. They carry truth. They awaken something inside that has been sleeping too. There are many reports of people having these experiences, waking up with knowledge they could not have known. Some dream of places they later find in real life. Others receive advice or warnings that later prove to be true. Even science is beginning to ask deeper questions about what consciousness really is. Some scientists, including brain surgeon Dr. Eben Alexander, who had a near-death experience, describe what they saw on the other side as more vivid and more real than physical life. His story and others like his suggest that consciousness is not just a product of the brain. It may be something much greater, something that continues with or without the body. So where do you really go when you sleep? Some believe we visit parallel realities. Others think we connect with deeper parts of ourselves. Some believe we travel into the collective mind of humanity. The truth might include all of these things. Famous thinkers like Carl Jung believed in a collective unconscious, a vast shared space filled with symbols, memories, and wisdom that every human being can access through dreams. That's why people all over the world dream of the same things: falling, flying, being chased, meeting a wise figure, or walking through unknown doors. These aren't just personal dreams. They are messages from something greater. Sometimes, people even have the same dream as a friend or family member on the same night. They meet each other in the dream and remember it when they wake up. This shows that maybe, during sleep, our consciousness connects with others. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe is connected. Maybe, while we sleep, we return to that deep unity and feel what it's like to be part of something greater than ourselves. Maybe our thoughts and hearts can align with others, and together we enter the same space, the same dream, the same message, the same sacred field of awareness. And then there are the dreams that come as warnings or visions. Some people dream of events before they happen. Others dream of lost loved ones who offer comfort or advice. Some dreams feel like journeys into the future. These are not just random images. They are part of the deep language of the soul. They come when the mind is quiet and the heart is open. They carry signs, lessons, and sometimes even healing that we couldn't receive in any other way. So the next time you prepare to sleep, take a deep breath and remember, you are not just going to rest. You are stepping into a world of infinite possibility. You are giving your body peace, but your consciousness, your soul, your deeper self, may rise into places your waking mind can barely imagine. Set an intention. Ask for guidance. Be open to remembering. And with time, you may begin to feel and know for yourself that sleep is not just a pause in your day. It's a journey, a gift, a nightly return to the mysterious truth of who you really are. Many people have had the strange experience of dreaming about something, only to see it happen in real life days, weeks, or even months later. At first, it might seem like just a coincidence, but when it happens more than once, you begin to wonder if there's something more going on. The truth is, when we sleep, our minds are no longer limited by the rules of the physical world. In our waking life, everything happens in a straight line. We move from past to present to future, and we can't jump ahead or go back. But when we dream, our mind becomes free from this straight line. Time no longer works the same way. We might remember something that hasn't happened yet, or see a place we've never visited before, and then find ourselves standing in that place one day. In dreams, our awareness can move beyond the limits of normal life, reaching places we don't usually understand. Some scientists believe that even on the tiniest level of reality, time can bend. A physicist named John Wheeler once suggested that the future might be able to affect the past. If that's possible in the quantum world, maybe it's also possible in the world of our consciousness, especially when our body is asleep and our soul is free. Maybe the mind, when it's no longer held back by the weight of the body, can reach into the future and bring back a small piece of what's coming. There are many real stories of people dreaming about events before they happened. Abraham Lincoln dreamed of his own death just days before he was assassinated. Other people dreamed about huge disasters like the sinking of the Titanic or the 9/11 attacks before they happened. These dreams weren't vague or confusing. They were clear, detailed, and full of feeling. When the dreamers woke up, they remembered every part of what they saw. Carl Jung, a famous psychologist, believed that there are hidden connections between things that go beyond what we can see with our eyes. He called this synchronicity. He believed that sometimes our dreams are not just pictures from our past or feelings from our present, but also clues about what's ahead. He thought that in the deeper layers of the mind, time isn't so fixed. If we can touch those layers while dreaming, then maybe it's possible to see something before it happens. People who have had these kinds of dreams often say they feel very different from regular dreams. They are more intense, more real, and they stay in the memory long after waking. Sometimes they come with a feeling that something important has just been shown, a kind of inner knowing that what was seen in the dream wasn't just imagination. If this is true, then maybe while we sleep, we are connecting to something greater than ourselves, a universal field where everything already exists, including the future. Dreams come in many forms, and each kind has its own purpose. Some dreams are made of symbols, pictures that represent our hidden feelings and thoughts. A dream about a house might be about how we feel inside. A storm might show inner chaos. A bird might mean freedom or the need to escape. Some dreams show us the future before it arrives. Some dreams allow us to wake up inside them. And once we know we're dreaming, we can shape the dream, talk to people, fly, or create whole new worlds. These are lucid dreams, and they can feel like being awake in another reality. Some dreams go even deeper and feel sacred. In those dreams, We might meet a loved one who has passed away and hear their voice. We might feel a great sense of peace, receive a message from a spiritual guide, or travel through places that feel full of light and meaning. These dreams often leave people with a strong feeling that something real happened, something more than just imagination. Some even report learning things in dreams that they never studied before, only to find out later that those lessons were real spiritual teachings written in old books or sacred traditions. To understand these kinds of dreams better, the most important thing is to pay attention. Keep a notebook by your bed and write down every detail you can remember the moment you wake up. Even if it's just a small piece, write it down. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns, meanings, and messages that were always there, waiting for you to notice. Some people believe that during sleep, we sometimes visit a hidden world called the astral plane. This is a place between the physical world and the spirit world. It is shaped by thought and feeling. What we think becomes real there. What we feel becomes the world around us. Some people who have had out-of-body experiences during sleep say they visited different levels of this plane. Some places feel peaceful and full of love. There are kind beings who teach and comfort. Other places feel dark, heavy, and full of fear. Where you go depends on your energy, your emotions, and your intentions before sleep. Many spiritual traditions say there are 3 main levels in this astral world. The lower level is heavy and dark. It is filled with fear, guilt, or confusion. It's where people often go when they are emotionally overwhelmed. The middle level is where most dreams happen. It's shaped by your thoughts, feelings, and imagination. The higher level is peaceful, full of light, and filled with wisdom. It's where you might meet guides, have deep realizations, or feel the love of something greater. Some people go to these levels without trying, while others learn how to reach them by practicing meditation, mindfulness, or special sleep rituals. If you go to sleep with a calm heart and a clear mind, you are more likely to reach the peaceful places. During sleep, many people also report having spiritual meetings. These dreams feel different from ordinary ones. You might see someone you love who passed away and feel their presence so clearly, it's as if they're really there. You might receive a message that comforts you or helps you heal. These dreams can be full of warmth, love, and light. They often come when you need them most. Some people believe these meetings are real and not just a creation of the mind. Others see them as the soul's way of helping us let go of grief and pain. But sometimes, people receive information during these dreams that they couldn't have known, details or messages that later turn out to be true. This makes many people believe that the spirit can travel while we sleep and really meet other souls. Some dreams take us to spiritual classrooms where we learn about the soul, the universe, or the purpose of life. When we wake up, we might remember words or ideas we've never heard before, yet they stay with us. These teachings often help us grow in wisdom and inner peace. If you want to have these kinds of dreams more often, you can simply ask for it. Before sleeping, speak from the heart. Say something like, "Tonight, I want to meet my spiritual guide and remember what I learned." Then, when you wake up, write down everything you remember. Even nightmares can carry powerful meaning, though they feel scary. They are not always bad. Sometimes they are messages from deep inside us, emotional warnings, old wounds trying to heal, or fears we haven't faced. Sometimes they are experiences from the heavier layers of the astral world. Scientists say nightmares often happen during REM sleep when the brain is very active and processing emotion. Some believe nightmares are the brain's way of practicing for danger, but spiritually, they can also be a reflection of your energy, your pain, or your unspoken truths. People who have suffered trauma, grief, or stress often have more nightmares. Their mind is trying to make sense of what happened, but not all nightmares come from inside. Some feel like they come from somewhere else entirely. They might be real visits to places that match our energy, especially if we go to sleep feeling fearful or disturbed. That's why it's helpful to create peace before bed. You can light incense. Imagine a shield of light around your body. Speak loving words, or pray for protection. You can also write down your nightmares when you wake up. Sometimes they hold clues to something that needs healing. Some people learn to wake up inside nightmares and change them. They learn that the monster chasing them is really a part of themselves asking to be loved. By facing the fear, they grow stronger, and the nightmare loses its power. We forget most of our dreams because our brain quickly shifts into the waking world. Dreams fade fast unless we train ourselves to hold on to them. The moment you wake up, try to stay still and remember. Go over the images in your mind before you move. Then write them down. Even if it's just a small piece, it matters. Over time, your memory will get stronger. You will begin to remember more and more, and the hidden meanings will become clearer. Some people experience something called sleep paralysis. They wake up but can't move. They feel frozen, and sometimes sense a presence nearby. It can be terrifying. Science says this happens when the brain wakes up before the body. But some spiritual traditions say that it happens when the soul returns from a journey and re-enters the body too quickly, leaving a moment where you are between worlds. If this happens, don't be afraid. Breathe slowly. Try to wiggle your fingers. Stay calm and know that it will pass. Some people use this moment as a doorway to enter the dream world with full awareness. Some dreams are full of strange beings, some kind, some frightening. Are they just parts of our own mind? Maybe. But some people believe they are real spirits who live in the layers of the dream world. If you meet a being in your dream that feels more than just a thought, stay calm. Don't feed fear. Fear makes the experience heavier. Instead, fill yourself with light. Ask for protection. Know that your energy and intention are powerful. There are also times when people feel like they lived a whole life while they were asleep. They wake up tired, as if they were working all night. This can happen when your dreams are too active or emotional. If this happens often, ground yourself in the morning. Drink water. Walk barefoot. Take a bath. Breathe deeply. These small things help bring you back to your body. To have more peaceful dreams, create a nighttime routine. Meditate. Listen to soft music. Think loving thoughts. Avoid scary news, horror movies, or heavy conversations before sleep. Your energy before sleep becomes your doorway into the dream world. The more peaceful you are, the more beautiful that world becomes. Sleep is not just rest. It is a journey. It is a secret path to healing, learning, remembering, and growing. In your dreams, you can see the future. You can visit the past. You can heal your pain. You can speak to souls you miss. You can remember who you really are. Even nightmares can teach you something important. All of it has meaning. All of it can help you become more awake in life. You are never just sleeping. You are never just unconscious. You are exploring something much deeper, something sacred. And maybe, just maybe, your dreams are trying to remind you that this world is not the only one.